If you're living in America, this is something that could be of use to your friends or family. Apparently, 40% of Americans don't know that they can get a $7,500, $7,500, just going to repeat that, discount on a new electric car. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Welcome to the new subscribers. Great to have you. Welcome back, everyone else. 40% of Americans, apparently, according to a recent survey, are completely unaware, this is a very big surprise to me, of the $7,500 federal tax credit. Now, currently, you've got to apply for it. You get it when you do your taxes. But as of January next year, it's a point of sale discount. So you've got to be a little bit of an idiot if you go and buy an EV and you don't get this $7,500 credit when it's a point of sale discount. And you could just get it there and then. It's so simple and so easy. So if you've got any friends, even if they don't like EVs, just post this news on Facebook or whatever social media, or I don't know, send an email, send a text message, because clearly people aren't getting the message. This is a lot of people, 40%. The $7,500 federal tax credit is for clean vehicles, and it was introduced last year as part of the Inflation Reduction Act. This was a big step in America's move towards EVs. That said, America is still way behind Europe and China when it comes to EV adoption. Both places are adopting EVs much quicker. Here's the thing. If you're aware of the incentives, you can get even more than $7,500. In many states, you can get over $10,000 US off a brand new electric car. And it means that it's often a no-brainer. Blue Labs, an analytics company headquartered in Washington, D.C., conducted a poll on thousands of Americans that shed light on very low awareness amongst some communities on EV incentives currently on offer. Only 22% of respondents had heard a great deal or a good amount about the federal clean vehicle credit, according to Blue Labs. So only 22% seem to be fully aware of the discounts that you can get. In California and Colorado and some other states, like I said, you can get well over $10,000 US. In contrast, 40% said they had no clue whatsoever about EV incentives available in the US, which is shocking to me because the media have reported on this numerous times, even mainstream media. Anyway, the poll revealed that Black and Hispanic Americans had the lowest awareness regarding EV tax credits, with 50% of Black respondents and 47% of Hispanics indicating they had no knowledge of these incentives whatsoever. Hispanic and Black Americans have shown the least awareness of the tax credits, according to this data. They also exhibited the greatest interest in a future EV purchase. So they have more interest apparently than everyone else, but have less awareness of these incentives. So, if you have friends in these communities, or just friends in general that are, African American, or whether they're Spanish or Mexicans or whatever it is, let them know. Anyway, 43% of white Americans said they would not choose an EV, the highest percentage among all racial groups, 43%. EV preferences are also varied by political leanings, said the information. Democrats were far more likely to consider purchasing an EV compared to Republicans, but awareness about the federal clean vehicle credit was low among both groups. 47% of Democrats living in rural areas said they might buy an EV compared to just 6% of Republicans living in rural areas. However, Republicans and Democrats from urban areas were much more likely to buy an EV. This could be to do with higher education levels. Statistically speaking, urban areas do have higher levels of school attendance and school progression and college attendance as well. Blue Labs told Inside EVs that it surveyed a mixed pool of thousands of adults between August 22 to 30 in 2023, and that's when these results were revealed. Now, that's not a huge pool of respondents, but it does give you an indicator here that there's many areas in the US that possibly are underprivileged that just aren't aware of this information. Blue Labs goes to great lengths to make sure its surveys are a representative sample of the US population, they said. Blue Labs balances the challenges of declining polling response rates by conducting surveys via SMS, cell phone, landline, online, and text to web. These techniques allow us to reach more representative people to increase accuracy. That said, it's only a few thousand people, so it may not be accurate. I mean, these results shock me, so I'm not really convinced they're correct, but either way, it does suggest that at least maybe 20%, possibly, if we're going to downgrade these results, at least still 20% aren't aware. However, if you read EV websites like a lot of viewers of this channel do, then you're probably very highly likely to know this information. The IRS offers tax credits to eligible buyers of new or used EVs and plug-in hybrids. The maximum credit is $7,500. All Tesla vehicles and many other EVs from many brands qualify this year. However, some do not. They don't meet the needs of qualifying. Next year, though, some vehicles won't qualify. Well, at least they'll only qualify for half the incentives because their batteries are not manufactured in the US or in a free trade country. The maximum credit available is $7,500 for a gross vehicle weight rating under 14,000 pounds and up to $40,000 for all other vehicles. So not all vehicles qualify. In fact, if you want to buy an electric sedan, if it's over 60,000 US dollars, it won't qualify. If you want to buy an electric SUV, if it's over $80,000, it won't qualify. So the Tesla Model X, the cheapest version, the long range, it costs $79,990 US dollars. So it does qualify, but the Tesla Model S, because it's an electric sedan and is above the 60,000 threshold, it doesn't qualify. The Model 3 and the Model Y do. But those EVs may not qualify in their standard range models next year because those batteries are manufactured by CATL in China. Now, Tesla does actually manufacture the battery packs and a lot of the components themselves. To give you some context here, Tesla's vehicles are considered the most American-made vehicles in the United States. All four of them regularly rank in the top 6 most American-made vehicles, period, in the US. But these new regulations will change next year. So it's worth keeping in mind when you go to buy your EV, whether or not that EV does qualify for the full incentives or whether it qualifies for half of them. Some of them qualify for only half. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Thank you for watching.